In response.
Hello and welcome to the day.
Thank you for spending your time with us.
I'm Jake.
I'm Joel. Welcome back to another episode of
Jake and Joel Are Magic.
That was close.
That was great.
This week we have moved from Magic Arena closed beta to Magic Arena open beta.
Yes.
And so we figured we'd talk about our impressions from the closed beta. We both played in it. I'm the only one that pronounces that word beta.
I can pronounce it better than you.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Let's get right into it.
So we've played a lot of MTG Arena. We've had the most fun playing Singleton.
Singleton is hands down. You've heard it said by us a billion times on Twitter.
Yes.
Every time anybody official or the official Arena account said anything about Singleton, I tried to rally everybody I possibly could and just, you got to make this constant, and then tag every single person that I knew.
Right.
Just trying to let's get it going.
No beating around the bush. Joel definitely played more Arena than I did. I started out playing a good bit on my stream.
Yeah, Jake started around when they introduced the pre-con decks that they gave everybody. And then when
right in the beginning, not in the first wave of keys.
Right, yeah. I played in the first wave, and it was honestly just mono white vampire
and
decks.
They gave you a ton of cards and currency.
Right.
That way you could really get out there and start playing.
Yeah.
I came in shortly after that. And I will say, Singleton is the best format to play. So as far as, in my opinion, in both of our opinion, we've had the most fun sitting with each other, just playing Singleton together, going through, just dual piloting an EDH deck together, going through all of the different, options. And this is the best way for people to get value out of their cards once they've made the investment.
100%.
So our expectations moving forward are that Wizards of the Coast and, whoever's working on Arena says, hey, Singleton needs to be an evergreen format.
I think that it will go evergreen until they figure out 4-player inside MTG Arena. Because then you're playing Brawl. You might as well. They've already got the coding for a Brawl deck. They have the codes for Eternalized cards. It just becomes a secondary hand off to the side.
Oh, yeah.
And they also have the coding for cards that have been revealed to your opponent. So
that's true.
Combine those two.
Yeah.
You have Brawl.
And also I feel there's got to be a way, even if you have 4-player free-for-all, there's a big top-down view, and then you can click on one player, be what's their battlefield look like?
Right,
I'm sure that it's very easy. You can do it during other players' turns. Make sure that you set stops.
I'm sure there's got to be a lot of logistics to figure out of that. But until then, making Singleton an evergreen format would definitely be my recommendation. After that, I will, if I was given the choice of evergreen Singleton and evergreen Brawl, I would be playing Brawl.
Yeah, I think Brawl is great because then you get to build around a theme.
Yeah, right.
This is just... It's interesting because they figured out two-headed on consoles with Duels of the Planeswalkers. And
that's the second thing I think that they need to add after Brawl is which would add free-for-all, 4-player at least. Yeah. But two-headed giant and playing with friends. I think that would be our number 2 thing that we're ready to see.
That's the biggest thing because people still play those games. Games that get no love, get no updates.
We have good friends that still play it on Xbox.
Yes.
To play the two-headed giant.
And it's its own weird kind of sealed off format that starts at Magic Origins and ends at, I think, Amonkhet.
And it's got its own meta.
Yeah, it's its own meta, but people still prefer to play that. They want to be able to get online with a friend. There's just something about sitting down with someone 1v1, and it's very much all right, we're getting down to business.
Yeah.
But if you're sitting down with someone, you're sitting down with a friend, and you're playing together, there's something that's more casual about that, and there's decisions to be made, and it's a more I don't know, it's just a more enjoyable format. No, normally you and I will go to a two-headed event and we will just kill. We'll just go to a GP event and just win the two-headed.
Right, that's also our format. That's pretty much Jake will still go do live drafts, live seals,
Yeah.
free releases, that kind of thing. But the only real public events, I'm trying to think and make sure that I'm not misspeaking.
No, it's two-headed events.
It's only two-headed events that I go to. So we're into the strategy of two-headed specifically and like the nuances and stuff.
That's true.
We try and win it. But it's also our favorite format to play. I can tell you that I would definitely... Okay, here's the thing about Singleton. I played a lot towards the end, like Jake was talking about. Mm-hmm. And I got really into the best way to grind gold, best way to turn that gold into gems without spending any money and maximizing your time, getting on every day, doing the quests, blah, 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 this kind of stuff. I would be having fun on a Saturday morning, watching something on Netflix or something, grinding out my quests, and then be like, I still want to play, but I've already done 2 quick constructeds today. I've already done all the free play that it took to finish off my quests. Still want to play, but I don't really want to play any of this.
Right.
If Singleton had been there, when Singleton was on there, I would just sit and play that.
I think
I didn't even. It wasn't even care about earning anything or anything. I just wanted to play it.
And that says so much about, what do people really care about in Magic the Gathering? Of course, there are people that care about Standard and Modern and Legacy and the tournament scene and in that whole thing. But
it's different things to different people.
It is different things to different people. But, if you know that most of your players are really, EDH players and Singleton players,
right?
Then you need to say, hey, if this is our big push to make an online presence... It's time to
have that.
Wake up, smell the bacon.
Right. My point with all that was that I would, if it was a two-headed format like that, that like Singleton would keep me playing the game. After
if
my
Arena
earnings
had
were done,
I would just be like, yo, when you want to get together, play
yeah,
two-headed.
Exactly. What time are you up?
When are you playing two-headed?
Let's go on. Let's get on Teamspeak and play. Do people still use Teamspeak?
I doubt it. It's all Discord and.
Let us know and drop a comment below if you're still using Teamspeak.
Yeah, if you're
really showing my age
honestly,
with that one.
You know what? Drop a comment if you're still the kind of person that drops comments.
Yeah, drop a comment down there if you drop comments and you used to use or still use Teamspeak.
And figure out a way to drop a comment without saying the word drop.
I don't know if that's a thing anymore.
What?
Teamspeak. Anyway.
I will say this.
Skype.
People who are on a team do speak to each other.
Okay.
So in essence,
it is still TeamSpeak. If you're
it still exists.
Go left.
Yes.
That is TeamSpeak.
Or a popular baseball team. Name a popular baseball team. Do you know
the
any?
Atlanta Braves.
All right. So I'm sure they speak to each other. I would go so far as to call that TeamSpeak.
Good hit.
Or what happened out there?
Oh yeah, some of that kind of stuff. Like I said, I played right up until the end, and I was playing a lot the last probably 4 to 5 weeks, roughly. Mm-hmm. The quest system was pretty good. As a daily grinder, I wished they came back a little bit more often because the gamer in me, whether it's for 750 coins, which is what it was for, a lot of them were for there at the end, 250, 500, and 750.
Oh yeah, if you're an active player, you don't have any quests going. They're just all gone.
Exactly, you've used them all up. But maybe give us a notebook of, in World of Warcraft, they're late in the game,
vast
achievements.
Oh, where it's just
play 100 red creatures and you
play
get
1,000 creatures.
Exactly.
And you get 1,000 gold.
Funny deck box or a cool card back because it's online. It doesn't need to be regular MTG card backs.
No, I think this is a good idea because we have this huge online movement of crate type based games.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And a lot of these games have moved into an event pass kind of thing where you get to work toward milestones to achieve gold, to achieve experience, to unlock things.
Whatever it is, player pictures, you know how you could choose a planeswalker?
Well, just imagine if you could opt in to some kind of event pass for, 10,000 gold.
Right.
And what that does, I'm sure that's not the best amount of gold, but it doesn't matter. But what that does is that gets you into a thing where, at tier 1, you get a common wild card. it goes all the way up to tier 100 based on how much you play.
Right.
At tier 5, you get a mythic wild card.
Exactly.
You know,
right.
like this kind of
That's what I'm
thing, like
talking
an
about.
online progression where you can constantly see your experience going up and you get rewarded throughout, and they're passive rewards.
Right, I'm telling you,
know?
I would play for, the 100 gold rewards that would be left over.
Yeah.
Just because the gamer in me, I like to fill up little meters and, kill enough warthogs to get a bronze sword.
What if you got like a to tier 60 and it gives you like a pass into a draft?
Right, exactly.
Like something like that.
Okay, so to sum all that up, I think that there needs to be continued rewards for we'll call them the all-day, everyday grinder.
The
it
Magic
doesn't
player
have
that
to
doesn't
be,
have another game that they
right,
play.
that I would just, once this is on iPad, this is going to be sitting on the couch. It's going to be like, the Nintendo Switches for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I can just see me sitting there just playing it on the iPad, just grinding it out, grinding more gold, grinding more cards, that kind of thing. I would like for there to be continuous rewards for that and not feel like, well, my quests are done and Singleton's not a live format right now, so guess I'll go play, Rocket League.
Well, yeah, a lot of people once they get done with their dailies, they log off, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
feeling
not
like
at all.
you've completed what you need to do in your game. That's your hobby.
Right.
I think that's great. Having an end point in sight is a good thing, but also for the people that really do are itching for more Magic, I think it's a good answer for that. That really just gives their game an extra layer,
right?
And kind of like pushes them more into this mainstream of I personally am not a fan of crate games.
Me either.
I don't like the idea of not being able to unlock the coolest looking thing.
But I would rather them hide it behind, not hide it, but put it behind a wall that seems like an impossible hill to climb. Play 10,000 creatures, and you get this thing. Something like that.
No, we have a friend who would go absolutely bonkers over that.
He would go apeshit. That would be his.
He would make an all creature deck that's like a super fast
all
deck.
1-drops and card draw. So he would just be playing 1-drops, and he's like, win or lose, I played a lot of creatures.
Yes, yes, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's how he games, and that's how a lot of people game, and. Some kind of microcosm.
Some people like achievement hunting.
Something in between that is what I'm talking about. I think they really need to add to, cater to the more hardcore gamer.
Oh, yeah. Even if it was a foil mythic wild card.
Now, foils, that's a whole nother thing. That was going to be my second thing that I think they need to add, which is, and I'm assuming they will, because
of course they will.
Cosmetics in a game, that's a no-brainer. You want to make money off your game, put some cosmetic stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
Foils, promos, animated cards. I think the medium is the message in a big way. And so what you should do is embrace the medium. You've got an animated online way to play Magic the Gathering. You already got when you play a mythic, a big
Some
animation
of them do
happens.
things. Yeah.
Right, Carnage Tyrant comes out and
It's
when you
great.
play him.
Yeah.
But have creatures that 3D pop up out of their card and are like, Final Fantasy repeating animation waiting on you to say attack or block. How rad would that be? And it's like, that's a special thing to get. You can earn that. Effing buy it. I don't care how you give it to us. But promo stuff, cool, cosmetic, graphical stuff that really embraces the I'm playing on a computer aspect of this. I think that would be great.
I think that'd be an awesome, awesome direction for them to take the game, yeah.
Number 3, third thing that they have to fix, and I think they need to fix. It's a positive and a negative. I think they were doing uncommon and rare wildcards very well at the end. At the end, there was a circle with segments around a rare or uncommon wildcard, and opening a pack gave you a segment of that circle, and when you completed it, you got the wildcard. I liked this because as somebody who is grinding gold on the daily, as you play, you're earning packs as rewards. You're earning different things as rewards. And so occasionally you get to a point where you're like, oh, nice, I'm sitting on 15,000 gold, and I only need, 2 more packs to get a gold wild card. I'll buy 2 packs right now. I'll get that gold wild card. If Singleton is a playable format, I can convert that into a rare that I wanted for my Singleton deck.
Yes.
And I know exactly when I'm going to earn them and how much gold it takes me. It's very transparent. I can buy 6 packs and get a gold wild card because I've already got 2 of the little segments filled out. Now, the negative of this is that they haven't really addressed what people online are calling the 5th card problem. There's
the
no
5th card problem. What is that?
Okay, so you have 4 of a card. That's all you really need.
Oh,
especially in an
yes,
online
yes,
format.
yes.
You get a 5th card. What does it convert into? That is not really handled right now or discussed. They took down the what do you call it? The vault.
Yes,
They took down the vault.
So the 5th card used to
one-
go into
yeah.
the Nether,
Correct.
and it would power up your vault. And your vault, you would open and you would get rares, mythics,
Yeah.
and then a couple wild cards.
I think they messed around with the idea of maybe making it set every time where you get like 1 mythic, 2 rares, 3 uncommons, 4 commons, something like that.
Yes.
And they've messed around with it being randomized as well. This is something they gotta fix. They gotta fix it. There's also, I mean, look, Magic is what it is. There are a lot of really good cards and there are a lot of really bad cards.
That's how they design it. The way
Right.
Wizards designs their format and their game is for people who are playing limited. They want people to open packs, get fresh cards,
Do the
and
best
build
they
the
can.
best decks out of
Right.
those cards that they can.
Exactly.
That's why you sometimes at a draft will play a 2/4 for 4, and it's a card that in Constructed you would never ever even touch.
Absolutely right. But it feels bad when I buy a draft, I draft a deck, I play really well with that deck, but then I've got cards that I'm never in a billion years going to use past that, ever. I would rather convert them into like 0.01% of a rare wild card or a mythic wild card than them sit in my notebook. So my digital
binder,
my
Yeah.
digital binder on Arena. So something akin to Hearthstone's dusting system.
This is where Hearthstone
Something-
honestly wins
Absolutely.
over the game.
I mean, Magic is the ultimate.
If
the
you have
ultimate
cards
game.
you
It's
know
so
you're
much
not
better.
going to lose, like in real life, if I have cards that I don't use, I get rid of them. I donate them, or I just don't
Turn
own
them into proxies for playtesting.
Yeah.
Turn them into proxies if you only have 1 copy of, Demonic Tutor and you don't want to buy a $25 card 6 times. But you're like, I own 1, so I proxy it for all my commander decks.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. That's where
just called being responsible and not insane.
That's where the draft chaff goes. And so something that would help with that would be awesome as well. So that is our impressions from the closed beta of MTG Arena.
We should just say, overall, Arena has been a really, really positive experience.
I've loved it. I mean, it's like,
it is great.
as a content creator, somebody who works 40 hours a week and is married, it's tough to find those times where I can get together with 6 players and play some Commander. And so this gives me that opportunity. It's going to give me even more of that opportunity when it's on, tablet or phone. Holy crap. I'm going to be able to play Magic when I want.
Yep.
And that is really the dream. And once you add friends lists to that, done.
Oh,
Do you like how I said lists? Done.
Just saying,
That'll be
dude. Singleton.
Yeah.
Much Singleton.
That is the
If
hill
you are
we
trying to
going die
promote
on.
a healthy meta, Singleton.
Right. If you played the closed beta, let us know.
Beta.
Want to know what you thought of it.
Beta.
Want to know what you wanted to see more of and or less of. Thank you so much for spending your time with us. I'm tapped out.
If you enjoyed the video, consider a like.
Oh yeah, the YouTube stuff. It's all down there. Go click stuff.
Consider a subscription. If you're not logged in, please don't jump through any hoops. We don't want you to have to type in your password.